As a reminder for context for this series, the winner will be advancing on to face Dark. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have our French Terran player, the best Terran in all of Europa, of all of Europe, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss player. I believe Teamless was representing License to Kill for quite some time, but that may no longer be a thing. Wikipedia says LTK, but in game we are clanless. The American Protoss, it is Nina. So I am uncertain if she is still representing LTK or not. If you are maybe more in the know, then I would appreciate maybe chat chiming in a little bit. But yeah, Wikipedia says she's still on License to Kill, but we don't have the clan tag, which is a little bit sus. This could be an alternate account. Her main account may be on LTK, or maybe she has since left the team. I am uncertain. As we are getting into this. Oh, of course, we are in game 2. Clem is leading this series 1-0. To be expected, I do know that Nina is, of course, an accomplished player in the NA region. Is a very powerful player amongst the NA players as well. Has made it and competed into or in the NA region of DreamHack and ESL Masters North America many a time. But alas, Clem is one of the best players in the world. He's the best Terran in Europe for a reason. He is going to be coming in as arguably a favorite for the entire tournament. Of course, Clem and MaxPax are both here representing EU. We talk about this all the time. When it comes to the degens over in EU, I say that with a lot of love. Clem and MaxPax, they are the two that stay up deep into the night and compete in this more often than any other European player. I believe it's like 3 a.m. in Europe, or 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. Hold on, I need confirmation. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. in the land of Europe, and this tournament can go on for another 2 hours or even 3 hours. So this goes deep into the night, but both Clem and MaxPax are more than happy to stay up that late, as their sleep schedules do align with this. And I'm thankful, because if it wasn't for that, we'd have less diversity in these ESL Americas tournaments. It would be a little bit more one-sided when it comes to the Korean players dominating this weekly tournament. So it's cool to see. It's always great to see different regions collide whenever we can get them. Likewise here, with NA going up against EU. As we did, of course, have a Raxus span set up here from Clem. He's able to get his natural base up and running. The Adept is going to be harassing the mineral line at least a little bit, but now with the arrival of the Hellion and the Reapers as well, the Adept should be hunted down and does get cleaned up. Behind this, we don't have a Stargate opener, thankfully. Nina is going to be going for Blink Stalkers instead, and this is a bit of a speciality here of Nina. She's kind of known for her blink control here in the NA region. And we'll see if it's able to hold up here to the likes of Clem. We'll see what kind of Blink Stalker opener we get as well, as we do have quite a lot of variety. We have 2 gate openers into a third base. We have 3 gate openers into a third, but a little bit more aggressive. And of course, we have a much more committed 4 gate as well. The Reaper does make it past the initial Stalker, does confirm the tech, spots Twilight Council, and sees it researching. Very important scout here by Clem. Behind this, we are, of course, initially opening up with our 1-1-1, throwing down additional Raxes behind this, and the mine drop is zooming across the map as we speak. Let's go, looking to try and find some damage, and more importantly, scout the follow-up to see whether this is going to be additional gateways or a third base. We can see Nina is setting up for a third, and this will be spotted by Clem. Drop does rear its head here towards that natural. We can see Nina's going to be delaying the third base, going for a faster Robotics Bay instead. And I miss casting Nina. I used to cast Nina all the time in Battle of the Americas, Batalla de las Americas. Week after week, we would cast Chem versus Nina time and time again. And something like this, something like going for Robo Bay opener into Colossus drops as well were very common back in the day. I wonder if Nina is still one to go for that. Very curious indeed, as the third base is being taken over at the triangular third location, and we are rushing into Colossus quite quickly. Meanwhile, the drop is waiting for the moment when Nina is maybe a little bit preoccupied, especially with another unit slipping on in. We do see Marines going to be moving out, Stim on the way alongside combat shields. Clem just posturing, looking for that observer. Up! Oof. And the observer will be sniped. A very nice timing there, very nice positioning by Clem, able to foresee the timing of that observer. I believe Clem did also scout that third base, so he's aware that we aren't going up against a two-base all-in or anything like that. Aware of the macro potential of Nina. The first Colossi is about to reveal itself here to that Hellion. And we'll see if Clem can do something about that. We still have a pretty dedicated Marine army here, and pushing into Colossi is going to be a difficult thing to do. Bearing in mind, we have a Raven. That's the scary thing right now, is that if this Raven gets a disable off, gets two disables off on both Colossi, is there enough on the ground to end the game? With Stim and combat shields, it's very possible. We have very little here to defend. We're going to be heavily reliant on these force fields specifically. We can force field the ramp, we can force field the choke point as well. This is going to be a very tense moment for Nina to try to defend against this push. It's going to be all about the spellcasters, the force fields from Nina, the disables from Clem, and as I say that, here we go. The disables are thrown down, one of them at least, on one of those Colossi. Force fields do buy Nina a little bit of time. At the same time, we do have a mine drop in towards the natural. Clem was waiting for the moment when Nina was distracted, but the disable runs out, and the force fields did their job, and Nina does hold. For now, Clem is going to be rotating around. He does have enough energy for another disable. And here we go, the tank is being caught on siege. We get that disable on one of those Colossi. And do we have enough on the ground to support? Mine shots are going to be going off. We do not have enough Marines. It looks like Nina will clean this up, but not without losing some of these Stalkers. Oof. Cheeky scan there to take down the observer. Looking at the units lost tab, that was 19 Marines. Ay. But the reinforcements, the Marauders, we're going for the Colossi? Okay, we're good. I was like, is Clem crazy? Clem is not crazy. He does back off. It looks like the mine drop is going to get caught out, is going to get cleaned up, and gets completely shut down in the end. Nina lost Zealots, which is negligible. 4 Stalkers, 2 Sentries for 19 Marines, a tank, a Raven. A much better fight, a much better trade here for Nina. Now committing to a counterattack, and we do see the Vikings being focused out one after the other. We have 3 Colossi raining down upon this bio army. Without tanks, without Vikings, without any of these factory-based units, I don't really know what Clem can do. The mine shots go off on the Colossi, but they had plenty of shields to spare. It looks like with those mine shots going off, though, this will deter Nina for the time being. She does back off, is taking a 4th base behind this, and we have a 4th Colossi. We have exceeded critical mass. I think we should be done with Colossi at this point. Working towards Disruptors or Storm would be ideal here for Nina as well. As she does back off, respects the position here of Clem. And Clem is going to be able to get away with taking up a little bit further. We have Ghosts on the horizon, Viking production continuing. After the death of those Vikings and the tank, though, it looks like Clem won't be able to, hit as crisp of a timing as he wanted to. Let's go for a bit of a Marine Scout, confirms the 4th base location. And I do think he's going to be a little bit more reliant on drop play. As he's setting up to move out across map, we have Stalkers looking for those medevacs. The vision here from Nina, pretty damn good. We do see the Stalkers are looking to not get caught out by these Marauders. Clem hunting down whatever spotted units he can. There it is, Disruptor production has commenced. We have a 2nd Robo on the way for double Disruptor production, of course. And Nina does have a pretty robust army. At the same time, Prism slips into the main base. We saw this the other day with Jeshi versus Clem, where these Zealot counterattacks, these Zealot run-bys are always the bane of his existence. His entire army is being pulled into his main base at the same time. Well, we do have a decent amount left over here at the third. Thankfully, Clem was waiting for that counterattack, waiting for the push. And is here for it. Uh-oh. A couple of Stalkers get caught out. 3-4 Stalkers go down. The Colossus, a bit of a miss rally. A little bit of mispathing. Colossus goes down for free. Nina bleeding out a lot. Nova goes off. Connects with 2 Marauders, but we still have so much more behind this. We lost Stalkers, Colossus, a Disruptor as well. Clem sending everything across the map as we speak. Goes for the scan. I'm sure happy to see only 1 Disruptor. He just killed one of his own Vikings. I think he did. Oh, he killed the Artosa loop. Ah, Papi. No. Clem is looking for a way in. Those mines are very bunched up here. Are vulnerable to potentially a Nova getting every single one of them. We do see Clem rotating around towards the left-hand side. Instead, we do have another Nova available. There we go. There we go. The Shrub Shot does go off on the mines. Clem looking for a way in, but the Disruptor count is getting higher and higher. And it looks like he's gonna have to expand behind this instead, working on his own 4th base. Not quite breaking the defenses of Nina quite yet, as Nina getting pulled over towards the right-hand side. Does spot the army. Again, a very tense moment. If at any point Nina misreads the situation, then Clem is going to be able to get a base, and it looks like that may just be about to happen. There we go. Nina does miss the army, and this Nexus is going to be cancelled.
Game paused.
Oh. As we are getting a bit of a pause here. Really, everything's okay. Looks like we have a little bit of a tech issue. And hopefully we're able to resolve it. Unfortunately, apparently the PC did freeze, which is not what we want to see, especially at this stage of the game. That may be as to why Nina was kind of being outpositioned a little bit as well, is possible. Hopefully everything can be resolved. Oh, and yeah, this is a pretty tense moment. Again, Nina is going to be forced to engage just because her base is under threat. And oh, looks like we are going to be jumping back in. Oh, wait, there's no ref in the game, so the players are going to have to count themselves down. Oh my god. As the game does get unpaused, Clem going to be backing off behind this. We have a second starport on the way for double or for more Viking production. Soon to be Liberators as well, as we do have ship weapons on the way. As Clem goes for the scan and is going to be rotating over towards the left-hand side of the map. He does leave a Assault Army behind as well to threaten that Nexus. Nina's getting distracted. We only have a small force here. Nova's going to be going off, and the splits are good. And here we go. Clem, he just dives on the 4th base. Nexus will be going down at the same time, going to be threatening the 5th base as well. Novas do zone away the army, but the Nexus does go down. Up! Ooh, a good connection. But the pressure is now on Nina. Ooh, Colossus goes down to the Vikings. We have split up our army. And I'm sure Clem is already content with getting a base. Is looking for another. Does run into the army. Oh my god, Novas go up! Ooh. Oh god, that was a very tense snipe. That was terrifying. As the other Purification Nova will not go off either. The target firing here from Clem is absolutely insane. Is being forced back. His army heavily overstimmed. Oh no, but we're overextending. The Disruptors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every Disruptor goes down. A little bit of miscontrol amidst all the chaos. Clem finds so much value. He picks off so many units. We do have Storm available. But alas, that is the final disruptor. A massive storm does connect with the army. But Clem has a massive, not just supply lead in the army, but also in the economy. The storms are quite good, to be fair. Storms are amazing. And Nina's able to chase this all down. The medevacs already out of energy as well. They're out of juice. Liberators attempting to siege up here in a panic, but no, Nina powers on through. We have 4 more storms behind this. Nina, she can make this happen. First storm gets thrown down to zone away the army. CCs are under threat. The Marauders moving forward to try to snipe these High Templar. One of the High Templar goes down. We do snipe a CC. Another zoning storm. We gotta be careful. The flanking Nova comes out. Another storm will connect. Clem losing 15 SCVs. It looks like Nina won't try her luck. Isn't gonna persist here at the 3rd base. Gets eyes on the 5th though. That's the thing. Like, the pressure is on Nina to get damage done just because of the economic lead that Clem has. Oh my god. Another massive storm. EMPs do connect on the High Templar. No more storms are left. And now Clem can just push on forward. Doesn't have to worry about splitting against at least storms. Takes another Nova to the face, but he doesn't care. He keeps on pushing. Nina had momentum. Nina had a moment there where she was fighting back so well. But at the same time, she was pretty committed just because of the bases that were killed earlier, just because of the workers that were killed. The pressure was on the Protoss to do damage, and it wasn't enough. It was good. It was a mineral line and a base, but not good enough. There it is. GG. Good luck with the rest of your games gets called, and Clem will take the series 2-0. But that was a pretty competitive matchup. That was pretty back and forth. There were moments for both players, and GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Clem as he does advance on. GG. And a shout out to Nina as well. Again, it's unfortunate that we had some PC issues. If it wasn't for that, then it's possible that that Nina would have been able to keep up with the army movement a lot better with and to keep up with Clem. And even then, even without it, we had a lot of really good Novas. We had a lot of good storms as well. Like, she was fighting back against the army. Of course, the big moments when things really did take a turn for the worst were when those disruptors were exposed, were caught out in the middle of the map, in between the bases. It was that 5 or 6 disruptors did go down almost instantly. It was brutal. It was very, very brutal, and that's really difficult to recover from. On top of that, she lost the base, lost the mineral line. It was an uphill battle from that moment, and yeah, GG. GG, well played.